Good afternoon and welcome. I am Mahalakshmi Sarvanan, founder of Women Entrepreneurs India. I'm going to start the session in Tamil, and then after a few minutes, it's going to be in English completely. So, எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் மகாலட்சுமி சரவணன், விமன் ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஸ் இந்தியாவுடைய ஃபவுண்டர். நான் கிட்டத்தட்ட 2013 இப்போ 2020 வரைக்கும் கண்டினியூஸாக நிறையா விமனுக்கு நம்ம சப்போர்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அண்ட் ஐ திங்க் இந்த பேண்டமிக் ரொம்பவே நிறையா சேலஞ்சஸ் நிறைய பேர் கொடுத்துருச்சு. நிறையா பிஸ்னஸ் ஓனர்ஸ் இன்னுமே நிறைய சேலஞ்சஸ் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. பட் இந்த பேண்டமிக் சுச்சுவேஷன்ல கூட நிறைய பேர் அது ஒரு வாய்ப்பா கன்சிடர் பண்ணி நிறைய பேர் தே ஹவ் ஸ்டார்டட் தேர் ஓன் பிஸ்னஸ். ஸோ அது ஒரு பக்கம் நல்ல இது. ஸோ நாங்கள் செப்டம்பர்லேருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட நிறைய ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் நம்ம ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். விமனுக்கு வர்ச்சுவலாக ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இதில் ஸோ மெனி விமன் ஹேட் டேக்கன் பார்ட். அவங்க ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஷோகேஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. அண்ட் அவங்க எல்லாருமே நிறைய சேலஞ்சஸ் தாண்டி தே அட்டெண்டட் ஆர் virtual events. So hats off to all the exhibitors who had exhibited their products in our live stream shopping sessions. And இன்னைக்கு day ரொம்பவே ஸ்பெஷல் பிகாஸ் Women Entrepreneurs India உடைய launch in Noida and Lucknow இப்போ நடக்க இருக்கு. It's getting started now. So எல்லாருமே ரெடியா இருக்காங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Our speakers are ready, our experts are ready. அவங்க நிறைய விஷயம் ஷேர் பண்ண போறாங்க. So before I go ahead with the informative sessions, for the benefit of the viewers, I'm going to walk them through what WI is, how it started. So I started from humble beginnings. So WI scratchல இருந்து நம்ம ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். சென்னையில தான் நம்ம February 14, 2013 அன்னைக்கு லான்ச் பண்ணோம். அன்னையிலிருந்து இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா the passion that I have has helped me continue the work that I've been doing. And நிறைய women இன்னுமே they're looking for support. People come to us to start a business, to register their business, to formalize it, to take it to the next level. இந்த மாதிரி பேண்டமிக்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இன்னும் நிறைய பேர் they are still looking for mentoring support, funding support, technical support and marketing support. இதெல்லாம் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க. So womenentrepreneurs.india.com நீங்க போய் பாத்தீங்கன்னா you'll get to know more about WI's offerings. And Women Entrepreneurs India is the only social enterprise to be featured in the Asia Pacific Journal 2019, which is an initiative of the Cabinet Office of Japan. Sir, இப்போ நிறைய இடத்துல virtually we are doing the events. The reason being, we would like to connect with a lot of entrepreneurs, especially women across India, and give them an opportunity to showcase their products and help them market their products and scale up their business. So in the service-minded nature, we have started, and today we have with us 6 fantastic speakers who are going to share a lot of insights on various topics related to business in terms of legal aspects, in terms of funding aspects, in terms of starting a business. So நிறைய கேட்க போறாங்க. So viewers நீங்க definitely you can go ahead and you can ask questions. You can comment your questions here on the YouTube comment section or Facebookல stream ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. அங்கிருந்து நீங்க கூட questions கேட்கலாம். So once again I welcome all the viewers. And இன்னைக்கு நம்மளோட இருக்கிறது மிஸ் பபிதா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவங்க பனோ காபில் அப்படின்னு ஒரு பிராண்ட் ப்ரமோட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ பபிதா நிறைய ஒரு கம்யூனிட்டிக்காக நிறைய பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ வில் ஸ்டார்ட் வித் அவர் எக்ஸ்பர்ட் ஸ்பீக்கர் பபிதா and then we'll go ahead with other speakers throughout the session. Welcome Babita. It's a privilege to have you with us today.
Hi, Malakshmi.
Hi. So I think Bhavya can continue and interact with our expert speaker.
So welcome Babita ma'am. And I'll just give a small profile briefing of Babita ma'am here. A Bachelor of Commerce with a management degree, a qualified ECCED teacher who did a certified course from the JJ School of Art. Babita Karkera is a fiber artist whose interest lies in creating and crafting handmade products. She has had 10 years of experience in the international banking industry and 2 years in an international school. But now she has dedicated her time in creating art through threads. The idea is to practice sustainable art. The pandemic has led to many people to become unemployed. Ms. Karkera saw the plight of many housemaids that enabled her to think of ways to make them skillful and hence launched a program called Bano Kabil, an initiative for the women with the women. She has created a range of products under this program along with these ladies using the art of knotting threads, that is macrame. Her products are made from 100% cotton and are crafted with passion. The initiative is to provide a skillful and sustainable livelihood for such women. We welcome you on the show, ma'am. Thank you so much for being with us here today. Ma'am, so I have a set of questions that I really want to ask, and like about your journey and about your business as such. So my first question to you is, why did you choose the art of macrame specifically? How easy or hard is it to master this technique?
Well, I always had an interest in crafting, and that's why macrame caught my interest. As I explored it further by watching video tutorials and reading blog posts, I was able to grasp the basics, and I also pursued it further. In the beginning, it took time to set up the basics since one needs to know the art of knotting the threads, and once your hand gets used to the format, then it becomes easier to handle. The journey from knotting to the product, the end design, was the tough part. But once that happened, mastering the other designs became easier with time and self skilling.
That's very wonderful to hear, ma'am. Seeing that you kind of practice the whole technique. So the idea behind it is to practice it. So,
Yes.
other materials to do macrame pocket friendly. What advice would you suggest to beginners who want to pursue this?
Well, the materials are reasonable, not very cheap, not very cheap, but are reasonable. And depending on the product range, what you plan to make, one can plan it correctly and make maximum use of the same. I would suggest that anyone who begins learning the skill should only use cotton threads, as most of the design in this material sets perfectly. And for beginners, this is a craft-based technique and would be useful for all further future crafts. Uh, and a skill like this, once learned, is a permanent skill, and they stay with you forever. So it's not a difficult art. The materials are reasonable. You can find it not easily available in the market right now, but there are many people who sell it online. So once you learn the basic of it, you will be able to master the product.
Okay, ma'am. So I think beginners will get will listen to all these tips, especially using cotton threads and all. So
Yeah.
my next question is, you also have people under you who are learning macrame. Are there any particular skills required to learn the same, ma'am?
Well, the people under me, they are all very raw. If you ask me, they have learned while, in the process, they have learned it. So I would say a past background of any handiwork like crochet, needlework, stitching definitely helps the person to learn faster. But even for a beginner, it is not a difficult craft to learn. I have taught 13-year-old girls and 35-year-old women also. So they have been able to learn it without much difficulty.
All right, ma'am. So my next question is, how profitable is this business, and how do you monitor the quality of your products, ma'am?
Uh, I can say like it is now close to 3.5 months since we started this, and the initial months were only used for procurement of the raw material, the production process, the logistics of getting the whole thing settled. Now the sales of the product is now getting activated through online channels, offline channels also. And being a new craft, it will take a while to settle down, and will also take time for it to be more profitable. Right now, I use only export quality threads as a raw material, and all these products are checked by me and my trainer. I have a trainer under me who's almost like full time working under me. She trains these people. I teach her. She trains it further ahead. We both see the whole process. Now we make sure that we take any suggestions given by our feedback given by our customers or by our workers also, and we correct these shortfalls. Now another method we employed was to make experts in each design. Like if somebody knows a plant hanger or a coaster or any of now Christmas ornaments. If anybody has mastered, we make a master of that product. A lady who will train under her also. So we know that that product, that person will check it, and finally the product is checked under me. Each and every product.
All right, ma'am. My final question is, what changes has pursuing this business brought in your life? What has it actually taught you, like life learnings as such?
It has made a major difference, I can say. Like, starting my own business, I don't think so. Earlier, I would have anytime thought about this. Like, was genuinely transfer the way I look at my life now, down to my day to day activities. I feel like I have risen in my own eyes. Since setting up the entire end to end design, product, logistics, and the sales channel on my own, it had to be more it made me more independent and confident in my capabilities. Like today I'm facing this interview. I don't think so a few years back I would have done this. Not at all possible. The fact that I am also able to transmit this to more and more people and make them more kabil, like make them more skillful, actually has given me a purpose, and hopefully I'm able to make more people bano kabil. That's the tagline, that is the name of our organization, and I fully believe in it.
Ma'am, now you mentioned Kabul and you mentioned about your organization. So can you just tell us about this initiative, this Bano Kabul initiative? Some brief points about it, ma'am.
uh, Bano Kabil, it happened during this pandemic. I saw many ladies without work, many housemates without work. They had really got badly affected because people were not taking them in, and societies had banned them. So I knew a few of them personally. So they came to me for work. Like I used to help them initially with some money. Then I thought this is not that. Like this won't sustain. Like how many more months can we just be giving them money, and it doesn't suffice to them. So it's better they earn a uh, dignified money rather than just begging for money anywhere. So we started on a smaller scale. I was anyhow by the time I was doing my macrame. So I took my maid. I gave her some work, taught her. Then she went ahead in her area. She got more ladies. I went into their area. We were doing it in our house first. It's a small place. So then more and more ladies started coming in. We didn't expect that. So more and more ladies started pouring in. The space was not enough. So then I took up a small place in their area, so that I don't have to take these ladies out of their setting. Otherwise, they won't work. Because right now they come. So I took up small place. I rented out a place. They come there at their own free will, free time, whenever after their household work is done. They come, they learn, they sit, learn. Sometimes nowadays, because of the Christmas ornaments, they are there till 12 o'clock. Like I'm like, please don't sit so long. Like y'all can go home. Y'all can take it home and do the work. So now they take work home. They do it at home at their free will. But seeing the enthusiasm of these ladies, it is mind blowing. It is mind blowing. It makes me happy that whatever I'm doing, I'm in the right path.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, ma'am. I really sincerely hope that Bano Kabil goes beyond boundaries, and we wish you all the best for the future. Thank you so much for being here today and giving us some insight as to what macrame is and how you went about your business. So, thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you, Mahalakshmi, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Babita, I think that was an interesting conversation. I have a few questions to ask. You do a variety of macrame products. Does it take a lot of time to make these products, or you're able to do it fast with your team?
Now, after 3 4 months, we can do it faster. Initially, it was it was taxing. They couldn't manage it. As I said, there is no time limit for them to work. So whenever they have time, they come in. So all that initial hindrances were there, but now they know, they also know how much time it will take. So they finish it in a day, in 2 days, maximum 2 to 3 days, one product, maximum. If it is a bigger product.
Okay. So, and you also mentioned that a lot of women are very particular about being in the comfort zone and getting things done, and they're not able to step out of it, right? So, how do you think we can really make them come out of their comfort zone and have a huge community of women who are able to make many more products?
I have been trying that. I would love to do that. Because if I do the whole thing outside in some common area, some place like I'm staying in Chembur, so if I do it in a bigger place, so then all the ladies from our different societies can also come. But right now, there's a lot of hindrances. They have kids, their husbands won't allow. Very few are now because of this program. I would say Manu Kabil, I see most of them had a very small phones where they couldn't even scroll down. So now, if you see them, they are so well versed with Pinterest and YouTube channels. If I send them something, they know how to put a stop and see it, learn it. So I feel that also has technological wise also they have learned a lot from this. Not just macrame, not just earning from this, but technological wise also they have learned a bit better from what they were.
Absolutely. Babita, could you please
I'm
put the
trying
mic?
our best to bring them out.
Yeah, please mute your mic. So, as Babita rightly said, not just in tier one city, even in tier two, tier three, tier four, and even tier five cities, people have started using the smartphones, especially with the WhatsApp coming out with the product catalog and payments. I think so many people are now doing businesses on the WhatsApp, and sometimes we get to see people using the WhatsApp screenshots as to reconcile their accounts. So things are dramatically changing, and people are making use of the digital technologies. Today, it has become a necessity for many small businesses to make use of the digital technologies. I think that is one good sign we're going to have at least for the next few years. So, Babita, thank you so much for sparing your valuable time with us. We really had a wonderful conversation, and I wish all the very best for Bano Kabil to be a very, very successful brand. And I'm sure with your support, a lot of women out there are going to get empowered. And I'm sure these women would definitely be successful in their entrepreneurial journey. Thank you so much, Babita, for joining us.
We are doing this quite more challenging and really it is really helpful to them. In a short time, like we have known each other only for a short time, and but it feels like we have known each other for so long, Alex. Yeah, it's nice to have that feeling. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Babita. We wish you all the very best. Thank you. Thank you, Bhavya.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Babita.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So up next, we will be having our next speaker joining us. We'll be sharing the link, and you could watch it on this YouTube channel. You'll be able to hear out what our next speaker is going to share. Thank you.